Ben Shapiro rapped a verse, dissed Nicki Minaj, and somehow won? Also, Megan Thee Stallion is involved. I will make everything clear to you in this video. Cance takes me through it because I try to learn as little about Ben Shapiro as possible, and it is a wild story. Let's start from the beginning with Ben Shapiro.
Stanz, I was going to say for you to give a background on Ben Shapiro, but every time that I've asked you to give a background on someone that is slightly political that I don't want to, it hasn't gone very well.
Right, because it's like, I know a little bit, but some of the things I know are just things that I've heard, and then I will say something, maybe stumble over myself, and then all the comments are a gotcha. And so I don't want to describe Ben Shapiro.
So no gotchas. I will give a summary of Ben Shapiro in my words.
Okay, in your words, perfect. Because you love it, to be clear.
Yeah, I love it. Ben Shapiro is a conservative political commentator. I think that's just fact, right?
Yeah,
we can get away with that one. That's tick the box. People who don't like him would say he's known for saying wild, inflammatory things for views.
Okay.
And people who do like him would not be welcome around my house for dinner.
I think it's so much funnier that you said that like you're reading it off. Like, that's a Ben Shapiro level joke is the problem. Oh, got him.
Here is a tweet from 2012, Stanz.
Fact. Rap isn't music, and if you think it is, you're stupid. This guy, one time, I went to junior high school, and there was a kid that was much like Ben Shapiro, and I walked up, I was like 1 year older than him, and he did the thing where he pushed up his glasses, and he goes, "Do you know what rap stands for?" And I go, "What?" And then he says, you know, R slur attempting poetry, and then he cackled and ran off, and that is the exact same energy that Ben Shapiro has in this tweet.
He has since been very, very adamant on his, like hatred of rap and that similar music. I'm sure you've seen him talking about WAP.
Oh yeah, that's the famous, because that's where he revealed that he doesn't really understand how women work.
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said,
look at that spot. So I've said before on stream, and I'm saying this probably only for stream, not the YouTube video, because this is the kind of shit people run with. I have said before, maybe around this moment, that I feel like he is being disingenuous, that he is actually not right-wing at all, and that he just thinks this is funny, and also it makes him a lot of money. And this roguish smile is what makes it, because this is absurd, right?
I think he's finding this funny, not in the same way that we're finding it funny. We're laughing at him because it's crazy the way that he's reading it. He's laughing at the lyrics, thinking how crazy these lyrics are, and that him saying them like this, the only reason it's funny is because the lyrics are crazy, rather than it's insane the way that he's reading them.
I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that pull out game week.
I forgot he says P word.
I actually forgot that he doesn't say
which makes it even weirder.
That is so insane, as though it's a slur. It would be crazy, Stanz, if this guy who hates rap would go and then do a rap, right? That would be insane.
Yes, that would be insane based on what I've seen from him.
While Shapiro was doing reactions to rap songs, Nicki Minaj started her downward spiral completely separate to Shapiro. You might be like quite a few people, like I was before doing this dive, thinking that Nicki Minaj is like a queen. She was like an icon of rap from like when I was younger, and it is crazy now that people hate her.
Did she fell off? Do people hate her? Does the internet hate her? What's going on here?
I've seen a lot of people talking about a lot of things about Nicki Minaj. The biggest issue comes from who she associates herself with.
Nicki Minaj's new song was produced by Dr. Luke, who was sued by Kesha for sexual assault and battery, sexual harassment, gender violence, and emotional abuse. He joins Kenneth Petty, Jaylani Mirage, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and others in her list of sex offenders and abuser close collaborators. That is tough when you have like an Avengers assemble of sexual pests.
Right? Yeah, I saw that and I was like, fuck, that's fucking crazy. I'm going to look into who these people are. Turns out one of them's a fucking husband, Stanz.
Oh, no. Which one is her husband?
She married Kenneth Petty in 2019. And if you want to know about him, there's a little article about him.
Who is Nicki Minaj's husband? All about Kenneth Petty. He's a registered sex offender. Petty was convicted of attempted rape in first degree in April 1995 for an assault the previous year of a then 6-year-old girl. He was sentenced to 18 to 54 months in prison and is listed as a level 2 registered offender in New York State. He served 4 years behind bars for the assault.
So to be clear, Nicki has said since he was either 15 or 16 at the time. It doesn't make anything okay, but just so you have like an idea of age comparisons.
The context is helpful. It's not like he was a 40-year-old man.
And it was a long time ago, so Nicki said in plenty of interviews, you've got to you shouldn't hate on people for their past. And
right.
People are pointing out that, sure, but if your past is being a sex offender, that's kind of crazy.
The article, Who is Nicki Minaj's Husband, all about him, the fact that there's a section called He's a Registered Sex Offender is so funny.
Crazy.
He pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter?
Yeah, don't fucking stop, Stan. We're getting there.
When Minaj's followers began bringing attention to Petty's past on her early social media posts with him, she turned comments off and defended her man. He was 15, she was 16, in a relationship, but go off, internet. She wrote, "Y'all can't run my life. Y'all can't even run y'all own life. Thank you, boo." Petty was arrested again in March 2020 because he failed to register as a sex offender when he moved in with Minaj in California. He originally pled not guilty and posted a $100,000 bail. In July 2022, Petty was sentenced to a year of house arrest and 3 years of probation, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, plus a $55,000 fine. Holy.
The fact that all he had to do was just register, and the fact that he then got even more shit just because he didn't is so fucking funny. Imagine having to pay $100,000 because you didn't register as a sex offender.
I presume it's just like celebrities or rich people assuming that they are different than normal people, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, who's gonna know? Like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm with Nicki now.
Okay, and then, as if that wasn't bad enough, Stanz.
He pled guilty to first-degree manslaughter. In 2002, he killed a man named Lamont Robinson. He was originally charged with second-degree murder during the 2006 trial, but a plea bargain reduced the charge. The defendant, Kenneth Petty, shot the deceased, Lamont Robinson, with a loaded handgun multiple times, thereby causing his death, the complaint obtained by the blast read. Petty was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but was released after serving 7 in 2013, and was on supervised release for 5 years, records accessed by People show. Holy moly.
And from the sounds of the way that Nicki talks about their relationship, it was like she found the one, and then I think he got arrested for manslaughter. So she has been wanting him back ever since.
Right, she waited for him.
This is all old news. Most of the interviews and the articles from this are around 2022. But recently, it got brought back up by Megan Thee Stallion because of a diss track. I don't know if you've seen or heard the diss track, Stanz, because I know you're aware of some of this.
Yeah, I have not seen or heard the entire diss track, but I do know that it comes down to a verse about Megan's Law, which is the law that states that you have to say that you have been convicted of sexual acts with minors, right? So it's the kind of thing you have to go knock on people's doors and it's like, I'm moving into the neighborhood and technically I have to tell you this.
It's literally the thing that he got arrested for not doing.
In California, correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my
this
God,
isn't a specific diss track, I feel like. It's not like she's going in every verse and she's mentioning someone's name. She's just like, fuck all my haters, apart from this one part.
Got it.
These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law.
That's it. These hoes not mad at Megan.
The
These hoes
line.
mad at Megan's Law. Yeah.
Which obviously, with the context of that line clearly being about Nicki, makes the whole entire song basically be about Nicki. But there isn't really any personal references or things that would link the two that much.
Is there a Megan's Law in the UK? I'm sure you don't know this. And if you do, that's weirder. What does that mean?
Yeah. I'm going to assume that there is, but I don't think it would be called Megan's Law.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. But I just is there would a what do you guys call him there? Would a nuts have to announce himself if he's moving into the fucking complex?
Almost assuredly, but I have never lived somewhere where someone's knocked on my door and gone, hey, I'm a fucking just letting you know.
Right, because what are the chances of 2 people,
Right, exactly.
It's like the ball on a plane thing.
So, in the days after this diss track releasing, Nicki was going fucking crazy on social media.
Right. I mean, she's been hearing this for years about her husband and defending him, turning off comments, and so this just felt like another thing on top of.
I don't know how often she tweets normally or how often she posts on Instagram or goes live on Instagram. This is a clip from one of her Instagram lives at the time. I'm not sure if she's spitballing rap lyrics or just having a manic episode, but it's all on her Instagram live.
Do you know how many people were watching? I'm presuming it's 1 million, right? Because this was the biggest thing.
Yeah, I have no idea, but it must be a lot of people.
Yeah.
Fragment, foot.
fragment foot. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, so
Bullet
there's
fragment
another
foot.
part about Megan Thee Stallion that is about her foot. I don't know if you know this fact, Stanz.
Oh,
You
she
know
got
anything
shot
about
in the
her
foot. Yeah.
And Nicki Minaj fucking loves that.
By a rapper, right? Do
So-
you know? What's the story on that? Okay, yeah, I don't know enough about it besides that she got shot in her foot, which is so funny because it's like 50 Cent got shot 9 times or whatever, and Megan Thee Stallion got shot in the foot.
Bullet fragment, bitch. She a bullet fragment, bitch. Now,
I
listen
think
here.
this is unfair to Nicki because bringing people into the first stage of the creative process is always going to sound psychopathic, right?
And I don't think she's choosing to Instagram Live it because she's like trying to let people in on the behind the scenes of her making the song. I
Right.
think she's Instagram Living it because she's wanting to say these things to the people watching as
Right.
though she's going off. How sick am I?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. And I'm like, it's almost like fucking, what's the fucking shit poetry that people do where you click your fingers?
Like slam poetry?
Slam poetry.
Okay,
It's
okay,
like
you
she's
call
doing
this shit
fucking slam
poetry? I am a
poetry.
slam poetry fan, my friend. So
You cannot be. That's the whitest thing you've ever said. And I think part of the issue that is going around currently is that Nicki is definitely living in like a bubble where
Yeah,
she is
exactly.
only seeing the people that are giving her love and attention.
Or she's saying she's
thinks
choosing.
winning.
She's literally blocking the hate and the things that would talk about like her husband or why she is wrong, and she is
Yes.
only interacting with like the good things.
Yeah, people have been tweeting like, "I'm glad you saw my hate. Fuck you,"
Yeah.
to Nicki Minaj with a screenshot of them being blocked.
Yeah.
So she is going through and blocking all the haters, literally.
It's crazy that she's the one doing it on her phone. I always assume that like the uber rich have like a person, but she's
Right?
just literally.
Yeah, no,
the
she
live.
is definitely on all of her social media. It is her. So the song that you can hear playing in the background of this
Yeah.
is her diss track.
Oh,
so
okay, interesting.
She was, I think she's still coming up with a couple of the verses or whatever, but she had the beat. You can hear her like performing the song on the thing that she's listening to in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know at what stage of the recording process this was, but
It's just like the
she was
Sidemen,
close
bro.
to release.
Or have somebody that loves you.
Wait,
and
sorry,
feels
it's like the Sidemen?
Yeah, she did a diss overnight. She heard it and she turned up the next
yeah,
day.
yeah. Well, I don't think you're prepared for the level of diss track that Nicki drops.
Oh, this is it. It is called Bigfoot. Now, I was playing Valorant with some other content creators, and I have on good authority, this song sucks ass.
So yeah,
That's
that's why
all I
I wanted
know.
to clarify
Yeah.
that when I say the level of quality, I don't mean in terms of the song.
Yeah.
I mean like she goes in with some of these disses. They might not be good disses, but my god, are they fucking brutal.
Right, there's vitriol behind him. Megan's mother, Holly Thomas, a fellow rapper who went by the stage name of Hollywood, in March of 2019, recent, due to a brain tumor. Megan has frequently spoken on how much of an influence her mother was on our career and how deeply her death affected her. On the night of the release of Hiss, Nicki took to Instagram Live to take some digs at Megan. In response to perceived slights against her on the song, many of these insults honed in on Thomas's, including telling Meg that she better go conjure up her mother and apologize, and that she was lying on her mother, a sentiment she repeats many, many, many times at the end of this track. Social media users largely responded with disappointment towards what they considered tactless low blows against Megan.
So it's not only is it like for me a huge jump to bring up someone's recently deceased mother,
Sure.
but also to then be like, you are lying about. I think she accuses her at one point of
With her mom's boyfriend or partner.
Yeah, with her mom's boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Fucking crazy. She mentions this. I know she mentions it later on in the actual song.
Yeah.
But this is in the intro, like, preamble before she even starts the first verse. And then, obviously, she loves to mention that Megan got shot in the foot.
Yeah, and did she call her Bigfoot? Lie
Well,
about
she
your
says
lipo.
she's lying about a lot of things. Why did you lie about the lipo?
She just
Which
thinks that
is-
Megan's a big liar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
that no one ever loved her. No gonna stand 10 toes behind her. Is it my fault I got good vagina?
Yo, how did you skip that, dude? Imagine Ben Shapiro saying that. Is it my fault I got good V-word? You know what I mean?
V would say V words.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Get to the part you want to hear.
You humping on a mic. You
Oh.
I'm not your baby mama.
So very creative. She started off that bit with saying, "Why are you humping on a?"
Yeah.
Which is
Insane to put in this song when the whole thing that started it was her husband.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
there is
crazy.
no there's no reference that she's not referencing anything. She's just saying that she is, I don't know, humming on I don't know what she's referencing because there isn't anything to reference.
Yeah.
The only thing that that I could find or in this Genius article is literally all of the times when Nicki Minaj has done awful things to minors. That's
right.
the only
that's
thing
what
that
when
can
you
be
Google,
found.
that's what you're gonna get.
In correlation to either of these two that is about minors, all of the negative shit is about Nicki Minaj. There is nothing to do with Megan Thee Stallion.
Nicki
As
Minaj
far as
booed
I
on
can
stage
tell.
giving a boy a dance. Yeah, that's tough.
This TikTok went viral, blowing up, slating her basically about everything that's happened recently.
I see.
He brings up quite a few things that we've already talked about, but touches on some things that we haven't.
Nicki Minaj is essentially the Dr. Seuss of her time, and what I mean when I say that is she's objectively a disgusting and reprehensible person, yet her one singular talent that appears to be an innate ability to rhyme words together in a silly fashion that particularly resonates with children has cemented her with a legacy she really does not deserve as much as many female rappers who came before her. Not only are we talking about a woman who once gave a dance to a 13-year-old boy, we're talking about a woman who once made a song with a little twist, in which she says these lyrics. Hope all that silicone
You should
doesn't
read some of
release
those
too many
lyrics
toxic
because it
fumes
is
while she's
fucking
burning.
wild.
Yeah, let's see what the lyrics are. See, little boy, I can be your teacher, and if you bawl, then meet me behind the bleachers. You're just getting me to do the Ben Shapiro thing now. You gotta come hard trying to reach
Fuck,
her,
he caught me.
because if we hit it, I might charge you for the feature.
Why would you do a fucking rap verse with a anyway? But like, then to make it be all about fucking like innuendos.
Yeah.
I know that's Nicki's thing, but just don't do it with a.
I
right?
assume it's kind of like how people want to collab with Minecrafters because they just have a big audience. Like, if this 16-year-old has a big audience, she's like, well, fuck, we gotta go for it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if they did. I think it was just like she was doing them a favor kind of thing.
Oh,
That's what it felt like.
yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
crazy. You know what? I was trying to be an honorary barb. I was trying to throw her a bone.
People are also getting on to Nicki about her being a bit delusional about how the internet's taking it.
Of course. Christ.
If you don't know, Stanz,
Nicki Minaj is
I
in
didn't
Call
know
of
there was
Duty.
fucking music to that.
Yeah.
But Nicki Minaj is in fucking Call of Duty, which
Yeah.
is, that in itself is fucking crazy.
Yeah. No one. Nicki Minaj f***ing with Megan Thee Stallion. What is this guy doing?
And then this one as well, because their history is more than just this. They didn't used to hate each other, and they've had songs that they've had together.
Okay, interesting. Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj after Hot Girl Summer. So stupid.
It's the pause and the smile. Is so
Yeah, and then just absolutely punching and missing. WWE f***ing rules.
Okay, so at this point, you may have forgotten where we started this video with Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro, who hates rap, is all we know about him at this point. He just cannot stand it. So presumably he's gonna look at this and think
hates rap.
more bad rap, right? Why did he do it? Why did he talk about why he did this? What's?
Well, okay. If you want to know why,
Yeah,
just
I do.
Listen to the rap.
Okay.
Listen to the start of it from this fucking Tom McDonald guy, and you will completely understand it.
Do you? Should
Like,
I
go
know
right
Tom
back
McDonald?
to
Is he
the start.
famous, or is this like? I guess if he's doing rap with Ben
No.
Shapiro, probably no. Okay.
Not really. This
Got
is
it.
the biggest thing he's done for sure.
This guy's pretty
Yeah, in this song in particular, Tom McDonald talks about like the stars and the stripes and how our country's gone fucked and things like that, and he's not even fucking American.
And this is where I get lost, because to me it's like, wait, he's joking. It's funny, kind of, but no, it's not, because
it's not. Yeah.
yeah, it's not. But that's crazy that you could be Canadian and talk about the American flag and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm
Yeah, all right. Claim it on. Yeah, all right. It's fucking.
Yeah, just end the song there.
yeah.
Let's skip to his verse.
Oh yeah, I forgot actually. Ben Shapiro
The
was
best
in
part
this
of the
song.
Ben Shapiro is rapping in this song, Stan.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets.
Dude, it's epic rap battles of history. What the fuck? This is not real. Do you? Yeah, right?
It is.
Who's
but
next?
it is also, this is literally how he talks in the WAP video, because this is just him
Yeah,
talking.
it's just him reading. It's actually just him reading.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap.
Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap is actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I will say there is literally one good line in the whole song. That is a fucking fire line.
Yeah.
I will give it to him.
Nicky, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1.
This ain't rap, this ain't.
Oh, he's just asking people to do it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'll mention Nicki Minaj, and then please buy my song. Let's get a Billboard #1.
Yeah.
It is just crazy. A lot of the fucking like delving into the facts behind the lines are pretty stupid. But I love the fact that a good half of the verse doesn't have any fucking notes on it at all.
Yeah, it's just nothing. Yeah, you're blowing money on
he's
strippers
just
and
not
cars.
saying anything.
You're going to prison. I'm on television. It's just like, ay. Sorry, I'm getting breaking news from a sideline reporter. Tom McDonald's fans on Twitter were mass replying, calling it lame that their racist collabed with a. Oh no.
That's fucking
That's
awful.
tough. Yeah. We talked about that earlier of like people making it out of a certain group but like hating the rest of them. It's like that's the one good one. You know what I mean? Tom's like, no, Ben Shapiro, he's a good Jewish person. He wouldn't say Jewish person. He would say for sure. But it just happens so often.
Yeah, so it's fucked. But it's also good to note that this song came out the same day as Hiss. So he can't have known that Ben Shapiro was going to be inserting himself in the Megan Thee Stallion / Nicki Minaj drama.
It just worked out for him, yeah.
It just really fucking works out for him. Especially mentioning Nicki in the song is crazy, like, in hindsight, that she was, like, the most talked about person that was getting dissed.
Yeah.
And it turns out that Ben Shapiro also dissed her. Right?
Yeah, it's like the perfect
that's-
storm.
So Nicki Minaj obviously responded to Megan Thee Stallion with a whole entire diss track that was full
Did
of
Nicki
vitriol.
Minaj release a Ben Shapiro? This is the only way she can get back in my good graces, bro.
Well, Nicki listened to it and didn't write a song.
Oh. I just listened to it, Ben Shapiro. Not bad. What? Congrats on #1. But it def sounds like Roman's Revenge when the beat first came in. I don't know. No, Nicki. No, she
Yeah.
needed actually more people on her side for the fight. That's why. Oh, no.
Literally, right? She needs someone. She was like, "Oh, I've gone way too far against this person. Now
Yeah.
everyone hates me. I am losing all of my core audience. Where do I go?
Yeah.
Oh, to the alt-right. Let's go."
Yeah, because they are willing to step up on the internet. I will tell you that.
So it was top of the iTunes charts, beating both of the 2 diss tracks that we've talked about.
No. Happy Monday, fellow hip hop legends. You girls play nice now. I actually want to bleach my eyeballs. This is the worst timeline. Ben Shapiro getting to tweet this like non-ironically is like, what are we doing, dude?
You know, like that movie that sold out in theaters, but there were like empty.
Oh
screens
yes,
of it
Sound,
because it
Sound,
was
and,
fucking-
the Sound and the Fury, Sound of Freedom,
The Sound of
whatever it's
Silence.
called.
Yeah.
Sound, yeah.
I feel like this is a similar thing.
And he probably
Yeah,
bought
people are
tons,
buying it on
yeah.
iTunes just to be like, fuck I don't care if I offend you. Hell yeah, let's go. I'm going to buy it to support it. But they're not like listening to it on repeat. They don't really
Yeah.
care about buying it, right? They're just, rather than streaming it a bunch of times, they'll just buy it on iTunes to fuck people over. So here's a tweet that was recommended to me.
Person whose career was carried by queer people of color fans who identified with her work from the start, embracing a homophobic white supremacist because she can't handle her rapist husband being called a rapist. God, I hate it here. Nicki Minaj congratulates Ben Shapiro on hitting #1 on US iTunes. Yeah, that is quite tough.
Ben Shapiro might get a Billboard #1. Nicki is siding with a bigot and a convicted sex offender.
Yeah.
And Megan Thee Stallion is hopefully living her best life, or maybe she's writing a response to all this as we speak. We don't really know.
I was looking at discussion on Twitter, and I think I found the best response to all of this. That's cringe. I don't bring her into this. She didn't ask for that.
No, dude, this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.
No. Oh, I didn't even see his shirt said I love my sister's big juicy honkers.